guys, thank you all so much for watching. So today I have gone for a super smoky look and obviously paired it with my favorite nude lip. But today I used the Decay Smoky palette. And this palette actually has the most amazing colours for so many different types of smoky eyes. To be fair, you can even use it for a subtle smoky eye, but I thought if I'm going to do a smoky eye, I might as well go all out. So I've done this super dramatic one, and I used only the Naked palette to do that. And if you see, I'll just show you the colours. They've got some browns and golds if you want to do more of a subtle smoky eye, or they've got the blacks and greys. And the blacks and greys are definitely what I used today to get this look. But after using it, I absolutely love this palette, and I think it can be used for so many different reasons, so it's definitely a good one to invest in. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this look, because I've had so much fun doing it, and of course because it's a smoky eye, I love it anyway. But here we go. Now today I want to focus on my eyes, so I've already done my base, and today because I'm going for quite a heavy smoky look, I went for my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and then I did my usual contouring with my Artist in Makeup contour stick, and of course my Mirror Luminizer highlighter, which you can see shining away there. And I will put the links to all the products in the description below that I used on my base. Now for my eyes, I am using the Naked Smoky palette. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to highlight underneath my brow bone here, and also on the inner corners of my eye. Now for that I'm going to be using the shade High, this one, which I think will be a really nice shimmery shade. I'm just going to use my domed eyeshadow brush for this. Now before I start on the rest of my eyes, because I've already done my base, I'm worried that there's going to be fallout from the eyeshadow, and I don't want it to ruin my base, so I'm going to use my shadow shields again. And to be honest, I'm using the same ones that I used last time, so you can see they have eyeshadow on them, but it's fine, you can use these multiple times. Before I put any more eyeshadow on, I want to prime my eyelid, and I am going to be using the Decay eyeshadow priming potion, and I'm just going to apply this all over the base of my lid. To be honest, I should have done this before I did my eyebrow highlighter, but I forgot, so I'm doing it now. But if you haven't done your eyebrow highlighter yet, then do your primer first. That's just going to help my eyeshadow stay on for longer. So now I can start with my base. So I'm going to start by using the colour Amour here. And I'm going to cover the whole base of my eyelid using that. And I am using my Sigma E55 brush. Now because I've got my shadow shields on, I can actually do it in quite a rough fashion and it doesn't make a mess. So now I'm going to start darkening it up, because you can see I've just made my eyelids a little bit grey, and I want to use this colour here, Smolder. And this is a bit of a purple colour, but I love adding purple to smoky eyes. So I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to start working this in from the outer corners, about halfway across my eyelid, and I'm going to start blending it in. You can see that I just worked it in from the outer corners, and I haven't really gone in here with anything darker because I want to keep that a bit lighter. Now I just want to do some blending out in my crease, and I'm going to take this matte colour here, and this is Password, and I'm just going to take the grey and just start blending it out into my crease from where the purple has finished. And I'm going to be using my Sigma E45 brush for this. And if you move the brush in really small circles like this, it blends it out so well for you. Okay, so now I'm happy with the blending. I am going to add a transition colour between the darkness on my eyelid and just underneath my eyebrow. And for that I'm actually going to be mixing 2 shades. I'm going to mix Whiskey and Combust. And they should create a really nice light brown that I can use as a transition shade. And I'm going to be using my super fluffy brush, which is my E40 brush. Now I just want to lighten underneath my brow again and just top that up. So I'm going to go in with the same shade High. So before I add any more darkness to my eyes, I want to apply some lashes, and I haven't used lashes in my videos for ages, but I am going to be using one of my favourites, the Ardell Demi Wispies. Ta-da! I've got my eyelashes on now, and now I'm going to do my eyeliner, and I'm back to using my Inglot gel just because this one's really dark and I think it's great for a smoky look. So I'm going to do a winged liner on the top, and because I've got my shadow shield on, it'll really help me do the line. And then I'm also going to fill in my lower waterline. I'm using my Sigma E5 brush. Now that eyeliner is super dramatic, and I know I've done my wings really big, but when I add the black it's all going to blend in, and that is what I'm going to do now. So in the palette there's a shade called Black Market, which is their matte black shade, and I am going to apply this from where my winged liner is into the crease of my eye, and that is going to add so much more of a smoky effect. And I am actually again going to use my Sigma E55 brush, so just a flat domed brush. Now Urban Decay eyeshadows are really pigmented, so I'm only going to take a little bit at a time, and then I can always build it up afterwards. So you can see that I'm also actually slowly smudging out the eyeliner line as well. So now that I've added my black, I just want to blend out any harsh lines, and I'm just using my Sigma E55 brush, and I'm not actually putting any product onto it. I'm just gonna move it around and it'll blend it out. Now just for the last time, I am going to highlight underneath my brow again, and I'm also going to top up just on the inner corners of my eye. Okay, so I'm done with the eyeshadow on the top of my eye, and I'm now going to peel these things off, and hopefully I should have clean lines. Now if you feel like it may have made your foundation or concealer go a bit funny, then just get a brush and buff it out. And I'm just going to use this Tarte Cosmetics foundation brush, and it is actually a buffing brush, and I'm just going to do this. So the only thing left to do is the underneath of my eye, and because I'm going for a smoky eye, I am obviously going to smoke out the underneath. And I want to use a combination of the black and the purple that I've used up here. So that is Black Market and Smolder. And to do this, I'm going to use this brush that I have from Crown Brush, which as you can see, I use for smokiness. And I'm just going to run this underneath my eye. Now the last thing to add to my eye area is mascara, and I am obviously using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this to my lashes and also to my lower lashes. So now everything for my eyes is done, and I'm just going to finish off with my lips. And I am first going to be using the MAC Boldly Bare pencil to line my lips, and then I'm going to fill them in using this Lipland Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Reezy. There we go guys, a super smoky look using the Urban Decay Smoky palette, and my conclusion is that I am basically obsessed with this smoky palette. I'm already obsessed with smoky eyes anyway, but now I'm going to be using this palette all the time for my smoky look. So if you haven't got the Urban Decay Smoky palette, I definitely recommend you go and buy it. And obviously smoky eyes and nude lips are my favourite thing, so pairing it with a nude lip I think is perfect, because you're going for a really dramatic eye, so you don't really want to stick on a bright red or bright pink lipstick because it might start looking like a bit too much. But if you go for an understated lip and a super dramatic eye, it is such a great look, and it is definitely one of my favourite looks. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.